Okay, so here we are, another video. I'm going to get started on the arcade machine. So this is the actual cabinet. A couple things to talk about first. I'm going to talk a little about the style of arcade that I'm making. You can see here I already did a prototype of the console. So I have the joysticks. It's going to have 8 buttons per player, start and select, and 2 probably mode and turbo buttons. I need to figure out how to program the iPack. The iPack is going to drive the console. I'm also going to add a little USB extension so you can plug in controllers and an audio jack. The whole machine is going to run off of a Raspberry Pi 4, 8 gigabytes. It's going to have something around 4,000 games on it once I whittle it down a little, because I have 4,000 just arcade games, and that's too many, way too many. I'm also going to have other systems. It's going to run off retropie. And what else? There's some more programming. I have an Arduino. There's another video you may have seen already or not yet. I'm going to post all of these things. It's going to be several videos, I'm sure. The Arduino is going to run some LED strips off the back and underneath the console, I think, I hope. And the marquee at the top, which I already have printed, mounted on plexiglass. I think I'm going to sandwich it, but we'll get to all of that stuff. First and foremost, here's the wood, most of it, for the actual cabinet. The cabinet is going to be about as tall as I am. Slightly depends on the wheels as well. It's got 2 wheels in the back that have to be sort of pushed onto. The machine has to get tilted onto the wheels to move it around. What else? That's about the bulk of it. So I guess starting with the wood pieces, I had my friend, a woodworker friend of mine, cut these pieces to my specifications. I did the whole planning on Illustrator and sent him some DWG files. And he CNC'd all of these pieces for me. There are a couple of things that I still need to tweak and modify. Specifically, some of these tolerances are very, very tight. So I have these cup holders, for example, and that's too tight a fit. So I have to route these out. This is the hole for the trackball, and I think I want to widen this a little bit to get this little lip, to come through. And I had to cut some holes on the sides for the fans. After that, I think we can more or less get started. This hole also hasn't been cut yet. I have to cut this out. I guess that ought to be the first thing I do. So I have to cut that out. And then I did a little experiment. I have this adhesive paper, contact paper, that's going to go on the console. And because my friend cut this out of wood that basically matches my home decor, he cut some shelves out, and those matched my kitchen. So this stuff is like a cement textured paneling? Not paneling, what's it called? Laminate. It's a textured laminate, so I want to get it smooth, and I think that will stick a little better. So once that's done, once I get these holes sorted and these widened up, the holes for the buttons are fine, and the joystick, those are perfect. They're a little wide on the sample that I made. I just did this for testing, basically. But everything else seems to be a good fit. I did a quick little mock-up. Could be some of these widths are a little bit off, but we'll get there when we get there. I feel like I'm missing something. What am I missing? Nothing. I think that's it. That's basically the machine. I'll get into each of the individual parts sort of as we go along. There's a whole mess of wiring I'm going to have to deal with. Not to mention multiple power supplies running things that ought to be running off the Arduino and the Raspberry Pi, but there's too many of them, so I'm going to have separate power supplies. It's going to be a bit of a chore, and I'm very, very curious how this is going to go. So, if you'd like to join me, I think I'm going to start with flushing these holes a little better, just sort of sanding them, grinding them, getting them where they ought to be. Ought to be fun. This might be a bit slow going, but I could have sworn I had a better one of these. Maybe I have a new one somewhere. Let's give it a shot. No, that might be better. Probably gonna have to come in from the bottom as well. So the other thing is that once I get this this linoleum stuff on there, or whatever this is, vinyl, I guess. Vinyl, did I say? It's going to be a little bit tighter, and I want to account for that. So I guess it's probably not going to be too much, but still. Perfect. Maybe. So yeah, let's do with this guy in there. Come on. Yeah, I think just a smidge more. Perfect. That's one. And perfect. There we go. So, I got these things done. That should be just fine. Now, for this guy. So I don't remember how I did this on that one. That little guy, right? That little cutout? That's fair enough. Top, yes. Bottom, sure. I'm going to call that good. I moved it. Fuck. Butterfingers. Center. Way off. Alright. Center. 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 And center. Okay. Whoops. So, aside from largely being in the way of the shop, I think I can call that success. Now, I'm probably going to have some filing to do if I want that to get in there snug, because I don't think that's quite to snuff. Let's see, at the very top. Oh, no, that might do it. That might be just the thing. I might need to widen it top to bottom a little bit, but now we need to drill. I'm fair certain that is not going to happen. So, let's try this. Alrighty. Up at the top, that's right on the line. Ooh, no good. Where am I? Yeah, I'd say that looks pretty good. I think I could do 19. I really think I can do 19. Nope, I said 18. Fuck it, we're doing 18. So that's going pretty good. I think now I just have to clean it up. It's not good. How's the bottom of this look? Ugh, messy. Nobody ever has to see the bottom of this. Huh, not even close. All right. This is starting to look crooked now. But it's to reassess my measurements. Yeah, I need to flare that. All right. That'll do. That'll do, pig. Let's see. Will it stay straight? I'd say that is pretty good. There we are. Yeah. Good show. So, what's next? This guy. Let's fix that little guy. So let's see if I can fuck this up completely before I've even begun. Yeah, remember that thing about sneaking up on it? I'd say this is not the way to do that. Alright, okay. I just need to go real slow. Okay, that'll work. The other thing I have to do is get this a little bit higher anyway to knock down these edges. There we go. Perfect. That will do nicely. Okay, so we got that, we got those. That's good. I would say the console is pretty much set. Nope, not set. We still gotta sand it. Gotta sand it and then put the contact paper on it. So, I would say that will do. Whew. So I want this to sort of be not just glued together, but screwed together. So it's going to be bolted together in a way that it can be taken down whenever needs be. So to do that, I need to insert some inserts, and then I can actually mount a good amount of this. So I have all the pieces. I need to basically lay them out. How am I going to do this? I suppose what I should do. So this is the only thing I know. I can make it stand on its edge. Like it's clamps. So let's do that. Let's start with the console. Because the console can actually be vertical. And that might be able to hold up everything else. I don't want this thing collapsing on me before I, put it all together. Because, well, that would be bad. For very, very, very obvious reasons. Okay. So, this would go about here. Ooh, actually, before this, I should prepare. I'm going to have to clamp this. I don't want to ruin anything. Good stuff. All right. So here, I'm not yet sure how high the wheels are going to be. And this is perfect. Why is that one so short? Well, that's a drawer, right? I guess that ought to be short. Is that one short too? I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Good. Good. And then I have the back panel. And then I have the monitor. Alrighty, so What do we got? We got these will come in a moment. I have the speaker panel. Chances are I'm going to have to widen these holes as well, but we'll get to that. Let's put that here. So this here is the top. No, this here is the top. Then I have one of these guys. Come straight forward. Now, here's where it gets a wee tricky. Can I even see that in the shot? No. Turn around, there we go. Okay, so this here, I had my friend cut this out, and the angle has not been cut. Now the reason the angle hasn't been cut is that I figured I would need a little bit of flexibility in where exactly to put all this. For example, if I want this to come a little bit further out, the angle might change. Same is true for this angle, where it needs the back part. And the same is true for these two. So now I have the audio panel. Let's keep that there for a moment. And the monitor panel. And all of these come in at different angles. But you can get a vague idea of what this whole thing is going to kind of sort of look like. And then this guy is straight, and that holds the marquee. And there you go. There's the arcade machine. I don't know what this camera is looking at. Is it looking at the right thing? Why is it so dark? Ugh.
Oh, nice shot, Leibowitz.
There you go. So here's my arcade as it's just being kind of propped up. Let's see if I get rid of this guy. Move this camera a little bit further over here. There you go. There's my arcade. I guess if you flip the image around, you can get a kind of a better idea. But there she is so far. Let me prop this up and get a proper shot with the camera, because this is falling. All right, so here we are. I got it sort of positioned. Okay, there we go. So I got it kind of positioned. So we can sort of take a look here. How's that? Is that in focus? I do. So that's where the marquee is going to go, right in here. I'm sorry, I can't get any tighter than this. The console, there's going to be this sort of growing border up until the top there. I really like that. The only thing, I need to figure out this spacing, because I want this to come a little bit further up. The marquee is 16 centimeters. That doesn't look like it's terribly in focus. There we go. The marquee is 16 centimeters. So that's how much space I have to play with in here. I think I'm going to have to route a groove, maybe, or maybe I can just do the groove in there. Make this removable, and then I can just pop it out, slide the marquee in, and then close it with that. This back part, oh, the wire. This back part, which is the air vent, is going to go on top here, but I can't get that clamped up in a way that it doesn't fall. Even this thing's about to go. But you can kind of imagine, if I tilt this, I know you're not supposed to do vertical video, but this shouldn't end up vertical. that's the screen of the arcade, the console. This is actually going to be a drawer that pulls out. And that's going to have a keyboard in it. It's going to have a keyboard, the 8 buttons per person, the USB where you can plug in a controller, and as far as peripherals, I think that's going to be about it. I have to figure out this spacing over here with the wheels, because I need the wheels to just be in the back. So you tilt it back and you can roll it around. A lot of this will make sense when I finally actually do the thing. But now I think this is good. I think that's good. This I think this angle is good. And then I can sort of sand this corner down, this edge here, and that will be that'll be positioned tight against the console. Then I can figure out this corner here, because if this gets raised up a little, that corner is going to open. And I think I want that corner to open. I think I want it to be a little bit more, this is a little too close to 90 degrees as it is now. And I need it to be a little more, a bit of a softer angle. If I'm going to have the headphones in here, not headphones, the speakers, that's going to have to be, I don't know, I want it more towards the face. Finally, I'm going to have to figure out what's going on here. So I have this ever so slight of a gap, and it seems like a nothing burger, but that's gonna fuck me up big time. I don't know what to do there, because then over here you kind of have the same thing, right? So over there and over here, and everything in the middle is acceptable. I mean, that's enough that I can just sand it pretty quickly. So there you have it. Let me put this back on its thing. This is my, well, that was a matter of time. They fouled. Oh well. No damage, I hope. We'll see. But this is, thus far, my arcade build. I think for today, that's going to just about do it. How are these guys? Okay? Bit mucky. That's fine. That's on the inside. How are you? That was stupid of me. That was so stupid. Alright, now I got lucky, but goddamn. Every time I just do some stupid shit. Alright, so, cheers. I will see you guys tomorrow, or in movie magic time, very, very soon. Cheers.